definition and an example on how you can use it in a sentence. I disconnected my Apple Pencil just so that we can trace the words. And let's begin. The first one is ameliorate. Ameliorate. It's a verb and it means to improve. A solution to ameliorate the negative impact of these areas is needed. So, the next one is lachrymose. It is an adjective and it means easily brought to tears. As James watched his daughter marry the man of her dreams, he became lachrymose and had to hold in his tears. Then we have castigate. Castigate. To banish or criticize harshly. If you want better results, you should praise your children and not castigate them. Egregious. It's an adjective and it means extremely bad. The student who threw sloppy joes across the cafeteria was punished for his egregious behavior. Esoteric. Esoteric. It's an adjective and it means understood by only a select few. Even the most advanced students cannot understand the physicist's esoteric theories. Desultory. Desultory. It sounds nice. It's an adjective jumping from one thing to another, disconnected. The students were confused by the teacher's desultory lecture, which seemed to have no real focus. We have neophyte. Neophyte. Someone who is young or inexperienced. As a neophyte in the literary world, Malik had trouble finding a publisher for his first novel. Oh, they also have other apps, so this is the one I'm using. Love my app of thousands of funny jokes. Oh, daily personal affirmations, motivation, daily random facts. Let's also try that one as well, but we'll keep it in mind. Okay. Clip. Clip. It's an adjective, good at speaking quickly, cleverly, and in a way that is likely to persuade people whether speaking the truth or not. He has got a clip tongue. Okay. Careless. Careless. It's an adjective and it means talkative and wordy. was as smooth as glass. Obsequious, obsequious. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's an adjective. It means excessively compliant or submissive. Mark acted like Janet's servant, obeying her every request in an obsequious manner. Compunction. Distress caused by feeling guilty. He felt compunction for the shabby way he treated her. Sybarite. It's a noun, and it's a person devoted to pleasure and luxury. The prince was remembered as a self-indulgent Sybarite, not as a statesman or a warrior. Circumlocution. Circumlocution. It's a noun. It means the use of an unnecessary large number of words to express an idea. The professor had no patience with diplomatic circumlocutions. Mendacious. Mendacious. It's an adjective having a lying false character. The mendacious content of the tabloid magazines is at least entertaining. Immutable. Immutable. It's an adjective and it means not changeable. The laws of physics are immutable and constant. Appropriate. It's a verb and it means to take, make use of. The government appropriated the farmer's land without justification. Pulchritude. Pulchritude. It's physical beauty. It's a noun. Several of Shakespeare's sonnets explore the pulchritude of a lovely young man. Then we have elucidate. It's a verb and it means to clarify or explain. I didn't understand why my friend was so angry with me, so I asked Janine to elucidate her feelings. Specious. Specious. It's an adjective, seems correct or true, but actually wrong or false, deceptive. At least that word, the word suspicious comes from. Tell me if you know. Several weight loss products on the market make specious claims as to their effectiveness. It means it's an adjective and it means easily angered. At the smallest provocation, my irascible cat will begin scratching and clawing. resigned after she could no longer tolerate the child's petulance. I already forgot how it's pronounced. Intrepid. It's an adjective, brave in the face of danger. After scaling a live volcano prior to its eruption, the explorer was praised for his intrepid attitude. Ephemeral. Ephemeral. Adjective, short-lived, fleeting. She promised she'd love me forever, but her forever was only ephemeral. She left me after 1 week. Ingratiate. It's a verb to try to get someone's approval by doing or saying things that will please them. The candidate will try to ingratiate himself with voters by promising to reduce taxes. That's what everyone promises. Pernicious. It's an adjective. It means extremely destructive or harmful. The new government feared that the communist sympathizers would have a pernicious influence on the nation's stability. Prevaricate. It's a verb to lie or deviate from the truth. Government officials prevaricate about the real cost of the project. Prevaricated, actually. Antipathy. It's a noun, a strong dislike. Repugnance. I know you love me, but because you are a liar and a thief, I feel nothing but antipathy for you. Cogent. It's an adjective, intellectually convincing. Irene's arguments in favor of abstinence were so cogent that I could not resist them. I have no idea what that means either. Affable. It's an adjective. It means friendly, amiable. People like to be around George because he's so affable and good-natured. Serendipity. It's a noun, luck, finding good things without looking for them. In an amazing bit of serendipity, penniless Paula found a $20 bill in the subway station. Then we have Cupidity. It's a noun, greed or strong desire. His cupidity made him enter the abandoned gold mine despite the obvious dangers. This is a verb, and it's to become immune to unpleasant events or situations. Raising 3 dramatic daughters will inure you to temper tantrums. Demure. It's an adjective. removed the background because it was the loop started to annoy me. So the next one is Condemicious. Condemicious. It's an adjective, stubbornly disobedient, rebellious. The Condemicious football player was kicked off the team for not following the coach's orders. Blithe. Blithe. It's an adjective, carefree and unconcerned. The rebellious teenager was blithe about her failing grades. Myopic. Myopic. It's an adjective lacking foresight, having a narrow view or long-range perspective. The talk show host was myopic, has a myopic viewpoint, and is never willing to listen to his guests' perspectives. Solipsistic. Solipsistic. Adjective, believing that oneself is all that exists. Collect. Solipsistic attitude completely ignored the plight of the homeless people on the street. Stentorian. An adjective, extremely loud. When my father speaks in a stentorian voice, I know I'm in trouble. Sanguine. 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 Optimistic, cheery. Polly reacted to any bad news with a sanguine smile and a chirpy cry when live Auntie Lemons make lemonade. Pusillanimous. 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 Lacking courage and resolution. Pusillanimous politicians who vote according to whichever way the political wind is blowing. Pertinacious. Pertinacious. Adjective, stubbornly persistent. Harry's parents were frustrated with his pertinacious insistence that a monster lived in his closet. Then they opened the closet door and were eaten. What? That's funny. Infective. Or is it invective? Invective. I actually have my AirPod in one ear and the headphones of the microphone in the other so that I can listen to the words and repeat them back to you. Some of them, if I know what they sound like, I don't listen to all of them. It's a noun, an angry verbal attack. My mother's irrational invective against the way I dress only made me decide to dye my hair green. Perfidious. Perfidious. Adjective, disloyal, unfaithful. After the official was caught selling government secrets to enemy agents, he was executed for his perfidious ways. Misanthrope. Misanthrope. noun, a person who hates or distrusts humankind. He is an acute thinker and observer, misled by his systematic misanthropy and by his fantastic literary theories. Vacuous. Vacuous. Adjective, lack of content or ideas, stupid. The songwriter realized that the lyrics she had just penned were completely vacuous and tried to add more substance. Intransigent. Intransigent. Adjective, refusing to compromise, often in an extreme opinion. The intransigent child said he would have 12 scoops of ice cream, or he would bang his head against the wall until his mother fainted from fear. I'm sorry, but who writes these sentences? Ruminate. Or ruminate. Ruminate, okay. To contemplate or reflect. Terry liked to ruminate while sitting on the banks of the river, staring pensively into the water. Indolent. Indolent. It means lazy. Why should my indolent children who can't even pick themselves up off the couch to pour their own juice be rewarded with a trip to the mall? Impediment. Impediment. It's an adjective, rude or insolent. Most of your comments are so impertinent that I don't wish to dignify them with an answer. Enamor. It's a verb to fill with love, fascinate, usually used in passive form, followed by of or with. I grew enamored of that boy when he quoted my favorite love poem. Clairvoyant. Clairvoyant. It's an adjective able to perceive things that normal people cannot. Zelda's uncanny ability to detect my lies was nothing short of clairvoyant. Astute. Very clever, crafty. Much of Roger's success in politics results from his ability to provide astute answers to reporters' questions. Indigent. Adjective, very poor, impoverished. I would rather donate money to help the indigent population than to the park sculpture fund. Incisive. Incisive. Adjective, clear, sharp, direct. The discussion wasn't going anywhere until her incisive comment allowed everyone to see what the true issues were. Cognizant. Cognizant. Having knowledge or awareness, statesmen must be cognizant of the political boundaries within which they work. Ebullient. Adjective, extremely lively, enthusiastic. She became ebullient upon receiving an acceptance letter from her first choice college. Recapitulate. Recapitulate. To sum up, repeat. Before the final exam, the teacher recapitulated. Sounds a bit like a tongue life prevent me from predicting what might happen from one day to the next. Insipid, dull, boring. The play was so insipid I fell asleep halfway through. Perfunctory, showing little interest or enthusiasm. The radio broadcaster announced the news of the massacre in a surprisingly perfunctory manner. Effervescent, bubbly, lively. My friend is so effervescent that she makes everyone smile. Vex. It's a verb which is to confuse or annoy. My little brother vexes me by poking me in the ribs for hours on end. Stolid. Adjective expressing little sensibility, unemotional. Charles' stolid reaction to his wife's funeral differed from the passion he showed at the time of her death. Arcane. It's an adjective, obscure, secret, known only by a few. The professor is an expert in arcane Lithuanian literature. Nettle. It's a verb to cause someone to become annoyed or angry. My brother will often nettle me by reading my diary. Inculcate. It's a verb to frequently instill an idea or belief firmly in someone's mind. Do you feel our professor should inculcate us with their political views? Paragon. It's a noun, a model of excellence or perfection. The mythical Helen of Troy was considered a paragon of female beauty. Meretricious. It's an adjective, tastelessly showy, attractive on the surface, but having in reality no value of substance. Adding those flamboyant earrings to such a colorful skirt gives you your entire outfit a meretricious effect. Prattle. It's a verb, talking for a long period of time about insignificant things. At every party there is always one lady who has to prattle on about her kids. I'm gonna reread that, sorry, I was reading the top. At every party there is always one lady who has to prattle on about her cute kids. Lassitude. It's a noun, a state of diminished energy. After that long race, Jack experienced the feeling of lassitude. Dither. It's a verb to be indecisive, not waiting to offend either friend. He dithered about which of the two birthday parties he should attend. Big owl. Fatuous. Fatuous. It's an adjective, silly, foolish. He considers himself a serious poet, but in truth he only writes fatuous limericks. Peccadillo. Peccadillo. It's a noun, minor sin or offense. Unless you're perfect, you should never complain about peccadillo of someone else. A peccadillo of someone else. Veracity. Veracity. It's a noun, truthfulness or accuracy, with several agencies regulating the reports. It was difficult for Latifa to argue against its veracity. Let's do one more because I'm getting a bit tired. Invidious. Invidious. It's an adjective, envious, obnoxious, or offensive. Nathan's invidious behavior disturbed others and got him kicked out of the movie theater. Deleterious. Deleterious. It has delete in it. Adjective, and it means harmful. She experienced the deleterious effects of running a marathon without stretching her muscles enough beforehand. Canard. Canard. It's a noun and it's a lie. In order to sell magazines, the tabloid will knowingly bring a canard that is not supported by facts. Abnegation. Abnegation. It's a noun and it's a denial of comfort to oneself. Abnegation. It's a noun and it's a denial of comfort to oneself. The holy man slept on the floor, took only cold showers, and generally followed other practices of abnegation. Vociferous. Vociferous. It's an adjective and it means loud, boisterous. I'm tired of this vociferous whining, so I'm breaking up with him. Ineffable. Ineffable. It's an adjective, unspeakable, incapable of being expressed through words. It is said that the experience of playing with a dolphin is ineffable and can only be understood through direct encounter. So, I'm actually getting really tired, so I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.